Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the channel. This is Grady the Alchemist. The word or the thought for the day is entitled acceptance. 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 The word acceptance is defined as an act of consenting to receive, admit, or approve something, or the process of coming to terms with a situation without attempting to change or alter it. Acceptance, learning how to accept some things. Life has a way of, in many instances, subjecting us to accept things that are unacceptable. But my purpose today is to help you understand how to differentiate between those things you ought accept and the others that you ought not accept. But acceptance, and primarily the human issue of being accepted, is an ongoing struggle for particularly African American people in American society. They say this is a democracy, but it's a lot of problems with this democracy. In fact, it's not functioning as a democracy right now. We don't know what this mess is called. Some call it authoritative leadership. Others call it a dictatorial leadership style. But it's way off uh, when it comes to democracy and being an accepted party or people in this type of system that we have here in America. Now, my concern is this first, that we understand God's perspective about acceptance, which is very, very important. And the scriptures led me to Paul's letter to the church in Rome. That church consisted of Jews and Gentiles. And one of the issues was learning how to accept each other, but also accepting the doctrine of Christ as the new standard for Gentiles and Jews of that day. And Paul's letter, in the 15th chapter of the book of Romans, he talks about learning how to please others and kind of be selfless about it. Being a person who's willing to surrender support and love to someone who's different from you. And so Paul says in Romans chapter 15 and verse 7, from the contemporary English version translation, translated from the Greek, it says this way. I love the words that's being used here. It says, God is the one who makes us patient and cheerful. I pray that he will help you have at peace with each other as you follow Christ. But then he goes down into verse 7, and Paul says this is the good news about this thing. God has an unconditional love for us. So he has a love for us no matter what when we're his children, although we have to choose God and not choose the enemy. He says in the seventh verse concerning good news, he says, honor God, says Paul, by accepting each other as Christ has accepted you. Aren't those beautiful words? This is the approach and strategy we ought to use with each other. We ought to accept each other as human beings, be decent, respectful, and kind to one another, treating each other as brother and sister and as family. And when we do this, we honor God. That's the good news. Or we're killing two birds with one stone here. We're honoring God by accepting each other, and we're being accepted. We accept each other because Christ did it for us and gave us a chance at eternal life. And when we do this, we learn other people. We learn that they have common problems like we do. We have a bunch of things in common. And so it's just good practice. It's good godly practice. It's good practice of humanity, civility, cooperation. All these things come into play as we learn to accept each other. Did you receive that word with joy today? I did, and I share it with you with joy because we are the beloved of the community, and we're creating a beloved community where everybody's accepted. I hope you receive that word. Thank you. The Alchemist. Until then, Shalom, Mishpat.